Okay, hi. So we've had a few requests for. I say we've had a few. I've had a few requests for Will We Talk piano tutorial, and quite frankly, I just don't have a lot of time where the house is free, and I've got no kids. But now is one of those times, so I am gonna do a well overdue tutorial and talk you through how to play the song. The first thing I like to say about any tutorial, as if anybody's watched any previous ones, I don't play with sheet music. I can only play by ear, and I don't know what any of the notes or any of the chords are called. I don't know how it works in my own head, but it just kind of, I've spent 10 years figuring out songs by listening, practicing. Maybe some take 2 minutes to figure out, some take 20 minutes, some others I still haven't figured out. Has its advantages. It also has a lot of limitations because my technical ability is pretty shit. So what I'll do is just kind of run through how I play it. It might sound very thick with lots of like little bits and frilly shit, but it's I'll simplify it down so you can understand the core basis of the song. If you then want to thicken it up with little bits, I don't even know what the technical term for those are, like all of that sort of crap, then you're welcome to do that. It's your version of the song. This is just my version of playing it, and by no means it's not the probably going to be the most musically advanced piece of piano music. So I'll run through a quick version of the song just so you can see what I'm playing, and then I'll break it down into sections, which we've got the verse. There's kind of two versions of the verse, which is we've got that bit at the end, and then we've got that bit in as well, so we're going to run through that. And so yeah, but the first thing to say is that the song is pretty easy. It's made up of 3 chords, and that's the 3 chords, just in a different order. So I'll run through quickly, and then we'll talk it through and give you some help. So here we go. There we are. Pretty rough and ready, but to be honest, I'm on a tight time, so we're going to have a bash at it. So here we are. So the first thing to say, as I said at the start, we've got 3 chords. Now these are the 3 chords. So we've got black key here, black key here, black key here. So these 3 black keys are the first chord you're going to play. You take this whole shape and you're going to move it up for the verse, and we're going to play this one next, which is just the same 2 black keys with this in the middle, and then same finger shape, we move down and we play that. Now the only difference for the chorus, you'll be pleased to know, is literally rather than going this, 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 you're gonna go this, this, this. And that is all you need to know about your left hand. It doesn't do anything else. Now the vocal melody, you start off, and really with the vocal melody, when I play by ear, all I do is in my head I switch off certain keys that wouldn't fit in with whatever it is I'm playing. So I'm assuming you all know the vocal melody would not go like this. There's no, those notes don't exist in the melody, but they do. And when I do play it then by ear, I know that I can comfortably play those notes and it doesn't sound shit. But if I played like that, I mean, you know that doesn't sound right, hopefully. So, vocal melody, the first bit you're going to play is this note, and that note. So that black key, this black key, and my pinky finger is on this white key. So you want to play, like when you're doing the intro to the song, you don't want to be playing the chord, this chord first. You start with the melody first. And then on the first, you play one of these, and then introduce the chord on the second. That's the first thing. Now, when I play it, it sounds probably more complicated than it is, because one thing when I've interpreted the song is the song's vocal melody doesn't fill the song very well. Obviously, when you're playing the album version, then that's fine, but if you're doing an acoustic version, there's lots of silences vocally. So to give you an idea of what I mean is if you just played this, it's a little bit stark for me anyway. Now that might be easy for you to play, and that's really what I'm going to run through. But when I play it, I would play more like this. So it's not more technical. I don't even know why. I just find the songs a little stark if you just do that. So I add all these little bits of shit in that make it sound more complicated than it really is, because I prefer to play it that way. Anyway, so verse. You play as the song would go, and all you're playing is this. So these three notes. And you're just moving this down from here to here, but remaining the same. So it goes. Sorry, and I do just play these two notes. I don't play this note, which I was playing before. And then I go back to playing this again. So when you're playing this, you're playing these three notes, and really you're just going these two notes, go back, move this one up, back to those two notes again, and back to those three notes again. So you, as I said, I'm assuming you know how the vocal melody goes. And then you're just moving the chords at the right time. So that's one pattern. So that's how easy it is. Now in the latter part of the verses, we have this. And again, there's nothing complicated going on here. All I'm playing is this top note here, which is the same note as this, but this up here. So back to. So verse-wise, you're covered. That's pretty much as simple as it gets. There's no complexity to it. Now, the only bit I do, and I mean, I think it sounds nice, personally, but that's just me, is I do this kind of walk down and walk back up. So once... I do this, and then play this chord. And then I would walk back up. Now, I think that sounds nice, do you not? So, all I'm doing with this is just walking down these keys, and then walking back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. These two, that one, and then we're going to change to here, and we play all of that together, and you get a lovely rich sound. And again, you start off with that. So as I said, just brief, I'll go over that again. So we're going from and then we're going to go into the chorus. Now the chorus is just these two chords that we started it with, and you play them 3 times through, and then you're back to this first chord. So I'm playing this here to introduce the chorus, and then vocal melody is this. So now when I play it, this is when I said all the fancy shit makes it sound thicker than it is, but it's just not really that complex. And it's just these 4 notes. So even now it sounds a bit shit because I'm not playing it right, but hopefully you know what I mean. So I play and all I'm doing, so even I paused it up there. But really, if we want to simplify this down, all we're doing is this. That's a bit simpler. Probably a bit easier to explain as well. So as I said from the start, we're really just working around these notes. And with the chorus, we're just going between this chord, and then we do that 3 times like that, and then we're back to the start. So if you're comfortable with that, so play this bit top note, we start, actually, we end on the first thing we played, which is this. So I think that's pretty simple. Now when it comes to this bit where we've got this this bit's just as easy. So what we're doing is going between these two chords again for the chorus. And we're back into the main chorus again. So for this bit, I tend to play it a little bit quieter because I think it breaks the song, gives it a bit more complexity, and in the song it's played quieter. So the first bit is this chord really with your right hand. Or you could just play, but I would more likely play it. With these two notes. And then we have this like and then we're back into the chorus. So hopefully that's been helpful. No, these are really quite tricky to follow, and you know, if you followed it, if you learned something, or if you're even more confused, apologies. If you do have any questions, just ask away in the comments section. And as I said, I hope it's kind of gone some way into helping you learn how to play the song. It is quite a simple song to play, and I've probably made it a bit more complex than it needs to be. But yeah, as I said, if you've got any questions, let me know. Thanks.